In the trot race we just watched, we saw two horses, including the favorite, go off stride early in the mile.
Selling for third, off stride, went Embrace the Grind made a break, so also Swan's made off stride.
But of course, we've seen that horses can go off stride anywhere during the race, and it can be a trotter or a pacer going off stride. So what causes a standardbred to go off stride, or as we also call it, break stride or making a break? We brought in Dr. Christopher Baldt to get the answer.
There's always a sound that the crowd makes as a horse breaks stride. Oh, and there's a pit in the stomach that gets opened up, or your throat drops as an owner or a trainer or a driver when this happens. So there's a lot of questions. What causes a horse to break stride? There are many factors. One of the factors we think about is a horse traveling too fast for its gait. So it's incumbent upon the driver to maintain the horse in gait, pull him back into the gait that he needs to be in to maintain. We also think of things like fatigue. Sometimes the horse needs to work on its training. Training over time helps build up the strength and the endurance. Sometimes there's interference between another horse or a cart that can cause them to break stride. There's also lameness issues. Many of the horses have sore joints, which as they go through their paces and their racing, that becomes more prominent and they could break stride. We also look at conformation problems. Sometimes horses are just not put together the way they're supposed to be. And the conformation can cause abnormalities in gait, which cause them to break stride. There are respiratory issues where the horse is having trouble getting a full breath of air, and there's also metabolic issues where they're not processing their glucose and their muscles are getting tighter and more fatigued, not allowing them to run as efficiently as they should be. Sometimes you'll see a horse will have a shadow that'll cross the track, and sometimes they'll jump the shadow, or sometimes they just see something out of the corner of their eye. Horses have a hearing that can go up to 3 miles, and their vision they're colorblind, but they also have some issues with light and dark. So if they're coming into a bright light or they're leaving a bright light, like at night racing and things like that, sometimes their vision causes them to startle, and that causes them to break stride. And last but not least, we think of the track surface. Some of the surfaces the horse have to dig in. Some of them they pound along. And so taking that all into consideration, it's surprising that more horses don't break stride. It's amazing how wonderful the drivers are that keep the horses in pace. It's wonderful how the trainers have kept them respiratory-wise, cardiovascular-wise, and skeletal-wise fit to race. And we always have to give thanks to the people who maintain the tracks that allow the horses to perform the way they were designed and the way they're trained down.
Thanks so much, Dr. Baldt. As always, that was some great information. And if you want to check out some more educational segments from Dr. Baldt, just log on to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Posttime Show. And of course, you can reach out to Dr. Baldt directly by logging on to his website at drbaldt.com.